Steam over Linux using the Proton compatibility layer. That's how I'm playing this in Linux Ubuntu. And I'm playing on Prince level. I started just by setting up the game. It's Hammurabi Prince level start on standard size map. And that's a pretty bad start that I rolled. It was randomly generated. There's not much food there. You notice the sheep on the Plains Hill, and there's spices over there. Hammurabi's aggressive and organized. You get a free Combat 1 promotion for melee and gunpowder, and the aggressive also gives double production speed of barracks and dry dock. Organized is minus 50% civic upkeep, double production speed of lighthouse, factory, and courthouse. So we can expand, run expensive civics, and we get an extra promotion on the units. And I'm probably going to settle on that hill, as it looks like there's a coast down there. That hill should give me an extra hammer, so I'll start off quick. And instead of keeping that as my capital, I will probably move my capital somewhere else. So it looks like a coastal start with not too much coast if I put a city there. So that will be a decent city, but I don't think it'll be a very good capital. But at the start of the game, it'll be pretty good because of the extra hammer of the hills there on top of that sheep. It's Plains Hills. So again, this is Babylonians, and they have a garden which is +1 happy, +2 health, and 80 hammers. It replaces the Colosseum. The Colosseum actually just gives 1 happy, so you're getting 2 extra health. And it looks like the hammers are the same. So it's 80 hammers, but we get 2 extra health for the building. That'll be useful later if you want a factory or a forge or whatever. The extra health will be nice. The unique unit is the bowman. It comes early, so I think an early rush would probably be a good idea to help us move our capital. So we'll look for somebody. It gets an extra 50% towards melee units and costs 25 hammers. Replaces the archer. Notice the archer is the same, 25 hammers, but doesn't have the 50% towards melee units. So the plus 50% will be nice. Certainly there'll be warriors easier, and they'll be a little stronger against the early axemen and spearmen. We start with the wheel and agriculture, which are pretty good starting techs. I can always build roads, and we'll need food in the beginning. So I take the settler off of the grass. That grass, by the way, can be irrigated for a little extra food at the beginning. So another reason to move the settler is to open up that tile to irrigate it for early food. Again, early capital, it's okay, but I don't think it'll be very good place for later in the game just because there's not enough food over there. So I decided to settle. I'll gain back the time when I build my worker because of the extra hammer in the city tile. So I'm going to name this Old Capital so that I'll remember I'm planning on moving that. And you see there's an extra hammer there in the middle. Normally it's 2 food, 1 hammer, 1 gold. So I think it's a decent early capital, but not for later in the game. 12 turns for a worker in this case. Normally it would be a couple of turns more. So that hammer actually saves me time. I lost 1 turn, but I actually will gain it back this way. So I'm on fractal, standard world size. I shut off stuff that would be more random. I felt like, random events, tribal villages, vassal states. There are 6 rivals. So there's 7 people on the standard map, which I think is the normal amount for the game. And I'll explore, of course, with the worker, looking to see what's around me and to find who I might try to rush. There is rice down there, so that's a spot for a possible city near there. And I saw the other spices on the left and the cows down at the bottom. So I might have room for a little city south of the capital, too. We may be able to share tiles, and I could work cottages shared between the cities. So that might be good. There's enough grassland around there that I should be able to cottage a lot of spaces. If you disagree with where I started with the warrior, let me know. I thought it would be good to look above since I knew I had coast down there. And that would belong to me. If there's food down there, I could always get it later. So I wanted to see what was above me. That's why I went up with the warrior instead of down, because I see that coast there. So I'm going to go diagonally out to try and expose as many tiles. And I see the water up above there. So the cows are good. So there's potentially a city up that way. So I'll continue to move diagonally, and I must be north because I see the tundra. And those squirrels will give me a happy if I can get them. So with the cows down there, there's potentially some food for a city between the grassland. And the fur gives 1 happy with camp and 1 happy with the market. And 1 additional gold in the tile. And hunting is actually what I need to get those fur, to put a camp down there. So, but I'm building hunting to go to my unique unit in archery. That'll be an excellent early rush unit. So right now I'm making 2 food, 2 hammers, 1 gold, and a 25% defensive bonus in that tile will help with an early war too, because that 25% on that plains hill, and marble may mean I can do maybe an oracle or something like that. So let's look at the science. So we need masonry with that marble. An oracle is 150 hammers, but the marble gives plus 100% if I have the marble. I would have to go through masonry and build on the marble in order to get it, so that might waste too much time, actually. Also, the Parthenon can be built with marble and requires polytheism. And I can go through polytheism to go after the oracle. And aesthetics is a good trading science. Like it could be traded for alphabet with about 2 turns into alphabet later in the game. So that's what I'm thinking anyway. So I'll continue to move the warrior, and so it looks like I'm on a strip of land over there, and it looks like I'm towards the north. It's turn 5. I have hunting in 2 turns now. Genghis Khan, he's a warmonger, and he's very close to me. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiles between our capitals, it looks like. So I'll walk around. If I'm going to target him, and maybe we'll consider stealing a worker. But he'll probably spam units if I start a war with him. So it may not be a good idea. But I'm going to circle this and see what I can see about this land. He's probably, even if there's somebody on my other side, he's close enough to be my first target. So now I have archery in 5 turns, and it's turn 9. Okay, so wine. There's rice. I see marble up there. The floodplains. There'll be a good spot over there. I don't think his capital looks that great either, to be honest. I'm not seeing a lot of food. And Tokugawa met to my left on the west. So Tokugawa is probably, it's turn 11 that I meet him, so he's probably fairly close too. But I'm thinking Genghis Khan might be a little closer anyway. So both of them are very aggressive leaders, and they're warmongers. He's aggressive, so he gets the free combat 1 promotion for melee, gunpowder, double production speed of barracks and dry dock, and he's protective, which can be a problem. He won't get his unique unit too soon. He has fishing in the wheel to start with. And Mongolia, Genghis Khan, he's aggressive also, so we're all aggressive. He gets the Ger. He has the wheel and hunting to start, so he may go to archery pretty quick. Although, you notice Genghis Khan is already beating me on espionage, so I guess he's putting points into that. 3760 BC, I got hunting. Okay, so yeah, turn 11 is when I saw Tokugawa. And I'll continue to walk around Mongolia here, Genghis Khan. He has gold, so that's going to help his science a lot. You see 6 gold plus 1, so that's 7 gold, 3 hammers when he puts a mine up there. I think that's in his big fat cross. All right, so I built the worker on turn 13, which is actually, I think I usually get around turn 15. So that I saved 2 turns by moving on the hill. So I can't build an archer yet, but I have 1 turn to that. So I'll kill some time on the barracks. 9 turns right now for the barracks. And what I'll do is I'll switch to the archer next turn. I might as well build my unique unit right from the beginning. Yeah, that gold is within his capital's reach. All those tiles right now are within his capital's reach. So I got archery, which lets me get my unique unit. And now I'm going to head for bronze working so I can chop stuff. So I've got a decent unit that's going to last me the early game. And I'm in a tile with 50% defense from the forest. So that lion I should probably lose, and I'll make my bowman. Notice I use control and hit that. The control key puts it above. And I'll build the bowman. So it's turn 14 and I've started mining. I have 5 turns on the mining. And I beat the lions, which I should have. I think they have 2 strength. I'm 2 strength, but I have plus 50%. Okay, turn 16, 4 turns left on mining. Still population 1. Discovered archery in 3480 BC. See, my plot defense was plus 50%. I do, and also he started with a promotion because of my aggressive. Hinduism's been founded in a distant land on turn 17. That's at 3320 BC. So you use polytheism, which is 143 science, to build polytheism. And that gave him Hinduism, 3360 BC. Nothing else has been founded. But Buddhism usually comes pretty close to Hinduism. So it's the beginning of the game. None of the workers have really built much. And I don't have that many good tiles, starting tiles, around the capital. So that's why I'm down there. Food is 8 out of 22, growing 5 turns. So I'm population 1, and I need 22 food, 3 food a turn. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 8 is 23. So, yeah, because 4 turns would be 20. So I need 12. Let's see. 3 times 4 is 12, which would make 20. I need 5 turns to get to 22 with 3 food a turn. The farm is helping, of course. 3 food on the farm, 2 on the capital center. The 2 in the capital is feeding the population. I'm getting 3 food a turn. So I do have some grassland over there, but I can't irrigate it because it's not next to fresh water. And the other stuff is covered by forest, so I'm going to have to chop that. See the bears up there? They won't be able to come in the borders at the beginning. I don't think the animals ever come in. Mining in 2 turns on turn 18. Buddhism has been founded 3240 BC, turn 19. So 3280 BC is when Buddhism was founded. So now both Hinduism, 3360 BC, and Buddhism, 3280 BC. Notice the 25%, so the population must be bigger in that city. So meditation takes actually less hammers than polytheism. And I don't really see much around Genghis Khan's borders either. So he's not a lot better off than I am. But I think it would be good to take him out being aggressive. So I finished mining it's turn 20, starting bronze working 13 turns. It's 3200 BC. So I'll need to get to bronze working to really do anything. There's no open hills in the area, except for the one that I settled on. So I'm just going to road towards Genghis Khan, since I will probably attack him. So it's turn 20. And I'm working on the bowman. Bronze working 13 turns. Build the road. And I've circled, so what do I do now? I don't want to get too far away with the warrior if I'm going to attack him. And maybe I can steal a worker. So I'd like to know what you think about that. Should I steal a worker from Genghis Khan? And they're beating me both in espionage. And they know each other. And it doesn't look like they're building espionage on each other. So what's up with that? They're just building espionage on me. So both of them are espionaging me. This is a problem too. All right, turn 22, bronze working 11 turns. I see the lions over there. The tile I'm on is 75% defense. So that's actually a good tile if I get attacked. Lion is 2 strength, 1 movement. I see the wine down there and the cows. All right. Bronze working, it'll be turn 23. Bronze working, 10 turns. Finish the road, and I'll build another road towards Mongolia. Speed me up a little bit, and I see that worker there. So the question is, should I take that worker? He has like 3 turns for a road there, and I don't want to alert Genghis Khan immediately. So what do you think? Building these bowmen, and should I steal that worker? Should I make a bunch of bowmen? How many do you think I need? Like, what do you think I ought to do here? I get about 6 hammers a turn for the barracks. 3 hammers a turn towards the bowmen. So I'm going to put a little in the barracks so I don't lose the hammers. So I'll put 1 turn into barracks and then go back to building the bowmen. So those are my priority, I think, right now. What do you think? Should I finish the barracks or build more bowmen? And should I steal that worker, which builds a road in 3 turns? So I will save this and let me know what you think. Thank you very much.